Hi, my name is Beth Hipple. I'm a technical instructor at DBT Labs. In this video, we are going to ensure that our DBT developer has the correct credentials in DBT Cloud for Redshift and GitHub so that they can develop in DBT Cloud. Let's go over here to our settings wheel at the top and hop into our profile settings. Here, we want to ensure that we have the correct Redshift credentials in order to develop in DBT and write objects to our target database. Here we're going to credentials and go into our analytics project. Your Redshift admin should have already configured your Redshift connection. If not, please contact your Redshift admin to get this information for your development environment. If we scroll down to the bottom here, our development credentials are the credentials that we have for Redshift that are going to be our username and password for our Redshift serverless to query. Here, I'm going to add my DBT Cloud user as my username and my DBT password here. Excellent. Here we have a schema already configured for us. This is our personal development schema. This is unique to the user. The default here is DBT B Hipple. This is recommended for each developer. If you would like to change the schema name, you can go ahead and do that here, but we encourage each developer has their own unique schema. Down below, we have our target name here. We'll just leave that as default and threads as 4. We can come back in here and change this later if we need to. Let's go ahead and save that. Next, we want to ensure that we configure our GitHub repository to our DBT Cloud project. Let's go over here to personal profile, and we'll scroll down here to our repository selection. We'll scroll down here to our Git providers. In this video, we are using GitHub, so we'll go ahead and click link, and I need to authorize using single sign-on here. Use your single sign-on or username and password to authorize your GitHub connection. So now I have linked GitHub to my DBT Cloud account. I want to ensure that I have the correct repository selected for my project. Again, your DBT Cloud admin should have set this up already, but let's just check to make sure that that is configured for us. Excellent. So here are selected repositories. We have a few to choose from. If you need to add another repository here, go ahead and do so. The one that we're using for this project is our internal analytics here. And again, that has already been configured for me, so I don't need to change that. If we look down here, we have a danger zone. We've already configured this connection. My admin did that for us. So we don't need to do anything additional here other than just link our GitHub account to DBT Cloud. Let's pop over to our Develop tab and ensure that we have the correct connection to DBT Cloud with Redshift and GitHub. Excellent. Let's go ahead and create a branch here, and we'll call this feature check connection, GitHub, and Redshift. Bit of a long branch name, but it just ensures that we know exactly what we're doing in this branch. Great. Let's pop in here to our models. Let's go ahead and create a new file here, and we'll call this dev Redshift. Now we want to ensure that we are able to connect to our Redshift account and GitHub. So here I'll just do a quick select star from my specific source. So in this case, we'll do sample data dev dot tpch customers. Let me go ahead and check to make sure that that is the name of my object. tpch tables, and it is singular. We'll make sure that that is just customer. I want to make this a table also, so I'll go ahead and add a config block here to make this into a table. We'll save that, and let's go ahead and do a dbt run, and we'll select this specific model, dev Redshift, and we'll just run this specific model here. Excellent. That was successful. Let's ensure that that object shows up in my Redshift account. We'll refresh this here. We'll go into dev since that's our target database. We'll go into my development schema. We'll go into our tables here. And I do in fact see that dev Redshift. Excellent. Let's hop over to GitHub to ensure that that object has appeared here as well. We'll refresh this. And I see that I have my 4 branches with one being the one that I just created. We haven't committed our changes yet. So let's go ahead and commit and sync these changes so that we can view that object in GitHub on our particular feature branch. Excellent. So here now, if I refresh this and I go into my feature branch, I see that I indeed added a new model here. So my commit is showing up. If I go into my models folder, I see that dev Redshift as well. So now I have ensured that my connection to Redshift and GitHub is configured correctly. I'm able to create objects in Redshift, and I'm able to commit those changes to my GitHub repository.